Good morning, everybody. Out here getting a morning workout in. You know, it ceases to amaze me. These Democratic, far left, liberal creators and people and stuff in general. That I just don't understand them. There's a ceasefire between Israel and Palestine right now, right? And because there's something positive going on here, and because there's a ceasefire that they've been wanting for a long time now, where thousands of people have died. Over something that shouldn't even have been going on. You have the left over here saying, nope, Donald Trump, nope, he ain't got nothing to do with that. He ain't got nothing to do with that. It's almost as if they would rather, because Trump's name is tagged to it, and because he has something to do with it, they'd almost rather say, I'd rather them just keep killing each other and not give Trump any credit for what he's done. I'd rather them just have at it, because this Trump derangement syndrome that these people have is absolutely astonishing. You have people that are returning back to their homes and stuff in Gaza that have been displaced for years now. They're returning back to their homes. There's some light at the end of the tunnel. And you got liberals online condemning Donald Trump from having to do anything with this. They'd rather people continue killing each other because his name is tagged to it, and say that it was a Democrat that helped this come to fruition versus Donald Trump. It's absolutely sick. It is absolutely fucking sick, man. So I don't know if you guys have ever run across this fella's page. He comes across as an independent, but he stitched one of my videos before. His name is Mr. Global, and he's supposed to be some kind of oil company expert, owner, blah blah blah, and I made a video talking about how pretty much all oils come from the same place. There's like 3 or 4 places that they come from. They're all pretty much made the same way. At the end of the day, it comes down to like blend pack and the quality of the base stock, and just what you get is what you pay for, right? And he stitched my video and he said, yeah, pretty much everything that guy said is absolutely correct. Well, I felt, wow, that's awesome. But then I go online and I hear him talking about the Republicans and how the Republicans have never signed a single bill that help people with health care. Are you freaking kidding me? This man has completely revamped the VA system. He made it to where veterans now are getting better care. They're getting seen faster. He made it to where, remember there was a program that the Republicans created back in, I forget what it's called. Is it called the Medicare Modernization Act? Sorry, I had to look it up. Under Part D, they had something to do with that. There's many things that the Republicans have had something to do with that actually passed and signed. The CHIPS program. What the CHIPS program did is it created low-cost health insurance for children and families. In 2003, the HSAs were brought to by the Republican George W. Bush. I mean, there's several things that the Republicans have done, but I guess we forget about all that and we only focus on the negative. But yet this guy's out here with hundreds of thousands of followers talking about how the Republicans have never done anything, how we've never contributed to anything, how we never fixed anything. And he says he's an independent, but every time he speaks about something, he seems so far left-leaning that these people that are extreme left-leaning are just calling themselves independent now. I seen multiple Democrats last night talking about, and this morning, talking about the purple party or something like that, and starting a revolution and a civil war and just getting it over with. And I've been hearing more and more talk about this purple group, and there was a girl that was on there. She was like, why do we have to call it a purple group? Why can't we just call it a blue group? Why can't people just get in line with Democrats and let them do their thing, because they're the ones that's going to fix this country? And all I could do is just like throw up in my mouth listening to it. First of all, I know a lot of very good Democrats, but these new school Democrats, a lot of them are just a bucket of pussies. Seriously. They're pansies, man. Every one of them almost look the same. You can identify them from a mile away. Now, shockingly, lately, I've run into a few Republicans or more right-leaning people that have the septum rings in their, whatever it's called. I guess it's not called a septum ring, but everybody's just calling it that. So for sake of calling it what everybody else is, the septum ring in their nose and the 2 or 3 different colors in their hair, and the big giant black dark hoops and the polished nails and stuff like that, that lately I've seen quite a few of them popping up that are on the conservative side now, and they're like, just because you've never seen anybody like me that follows the conservative Republican Party doesn't mean they're not out there, because they are. So I've since quit trying to judge that as much as possible, still being aware from afar what they look like and expecting the worst but hoping for the best. It's absolutely ridiculous, the stuff that's going on now. And if they want to fight, they can have a fight. We're not scared of that at all. And a lot of these liberal veterans that are posing out here in these protests and stuff like that, come to find out, a lot of them are paid for. A lot of them are paid for to be out there with these people protesting and stuff, because they're trying to tag the military, they're trying to tag veterans onto this liberal movement, which we know veterans, for the most part, are the furthest thing from a liberal you can get. They're just not. It shocks my mind, the amount of misinformation that's been going on the last few days, the last couple weeks, the last couple months. Since ICE has been moving, it's amped up, and it seems like they're trying to create a completely different political agenda to just get everybody spun up against each other. A judge blocked the National Guard from doing their job in Chicago yesterday. They're having a 14-day stay of no military movement in Chicago at all for 14 days, and I guess they'll go back and reevaluate. So Trump's orders on the National Guard being brought to Chicago, supposedly as of yesterday, there wasn't enough evidence to say that the National Guard was needed, even though federal troops were surrounded by rioters and protesters and getting attacked, and they were calling for backup or help. The governor and the mayor of Chicago declined the help. The police then had to listen, or they didn't have to listen, but they did listen, so they look like a bucket of ass now too. And Trump was like, well, fine, if you're going to do that stuff and you're not going to have like an orderly fashion of supporting your federal officers, then what we're going to do is we're going to send the National Guard in. And he did it. Well, now a judge blocked it. For 14 days it's blocked. Technically they can't be doing their job in Chicago because this legal finding is out there, and now they're stuck. What do you do? This is absolutely, it's absolutely sickening. Does it come down to us? Should we all get together and go out there and make sure these officers are protected when they get surrounded? Should we be listening to police radios and stuff, so whenever this does happen, us as citizens can go protect what's in our best interest, the people that are trying to clean up our neighborhoods? I'm okay. I'm good with that. I'm all in. But it shouldn't come to that. But if it had to, I'd go out there and protect those officers. I'd go out there and stand with you guys while they're doing their business and stuff like that, and just put a security perimeter up around where they're working, and have people standing there stopping other people from getting into them. There's way more of us than there is of them. I can guarantee you that. But I digress. The world's crazy. I'm going to continue on with my workout. Y'all be blessed. Have a great day.